So The Weeknd is known for these spacey yet driving R&B tracks that are able to create a super unique atmosphere. And that's in large part due to Abel's voice and what producers have been able to do with it. It sounds great. Now, if you're not familiar with how singers' voices are characterized within music, basically a singer's vocal range can be assigned into one of the 4 following categories from highest to lowest: soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. Now, I think vocal coaches obviously correct me if I'm wrong here, but most people would categorize Abel as a light tenor or maybe even a lyric tenor. In short, a light tenor can be described as warm and graceful, but not heavy, and can be heard over an orchestra. That sounds pretty accurate to me.
And that was the famous high C.
But here's my personal, and let me stress, very loud, I'm gonna get up close to the mic, personal issue with Abel's pre-Donfm material in reference to all this as a non-Weeknd fan. In a lot of pre-Donfm material, there are 2 things that my ear can't really grab onto. The first is that I think the production around Abel's vocals is sharing too much of his range. Specifically, lots of synth choices and after hours kind of make Abel's vocals kind of feel like they're swirling in the track, which, like I said, cool to many people. But if you soloed the 250 Hz to 1.5K range of a track off After Hours, there's just a lot of sustained energy there. Something like Faith or even Snow Child in a way. But Abel's choice in melody and melisma combined with this type of production kind of leaves me feeling like the tracks are a bit samey, for lack of a better word. I kind of get a little disinterested melodically after a bit, and it almost has the effect of the track meandering for too long when the rest of the production is kind of trying to tell a different story. And for context, melisma is when you're kind of riffing multiple notes off of the same syllable, which Abel is great at, and actually likes to use it as a way to pay homage to the Ethiopian music he listened to growing up. No, obviously this is not the case with every single Weeknd track. This is all still good music at the end of the day. I can separate myself from my personal preferences. But I'd be lying if I said my eyes didn't light up when I first heard Donfm. I mean, Gasoline off rip had Abel singing in that lower register, and I was immediately like, yes, give me more of this. And the production just felt, I don't know, maybe a little more pop in the way of vocal focus. And because of that, or maybe vice versa with what I'm about to say, I felt like Abel put way more thought into the creative process of vocal performance on this record. And the production done by 10tricks Point Never this time around perfectly shifted and shaped its way around that. If you soloed that same frequency range I was talking about on After Hours on a Donfm track, you don't get nearly the same amount of sustained energy and swirling. It's all other pieces of natural instruments, like the top end of a bass or the thwack of a snare or the low end of a hi-hat. And for the first time, I'm listening to Abel with a new level of clarity and excitement. Every track on Donfm, I was like, damn, what is this guy gonna try next? Because he is smashing every previous expectation I ever had of him. And even on the tracks where he's singing in his normal range, like on Out of Time, from the verses to the falsetto and the chorus, there was room for him to be there, and his presence had way more warmth to it, like a light tenor typically has. So look, at the end of the day, do I visit the Weeknd back catalog? Not really. Am I a Weeknd historian with all the authority in the world and the correct opinion on this? Absolutely not. There's no such thing as a correct opinion. This one's just mine, and I'm throwing it out there to see if it resonates. And if it does, let me know. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.